begin.
All right, we are beginning.
Yes.
I'm glad Patty's joining us.
Me too.
And nobody could probably see this, but my daughter put blush on the dog. Do you see?
Oh,
And it stayed now for days.
I do. You're a silly goose.
Sometimes she has eyeshadow in her eyebrows to match her collar. So she'll put like turquoise in her eyebrows to go to the bus stop. Anyway,
Well, dogs are good protectors. They're good
Dogs.
earthly protectors.
dogs are the protectors of the 3D realm.
Yes.
And cats, I don't know if she's going to join us, are like known as the like spiritual or energy
Yes.
protectors of the 5D. So
Yeah.
that's pretty fun.
And I love that because that's what we're going to talk about today is energy. I know when I come home from a client or doing client work or after a client, Moira, who's definitely would be my most witchy cat, she is always like right on, purring, coming up close to my face, giving me all the clearing. Yeah, it's good.
Yesterday I had a client here for hypnosis, and during the interview at the beginning for the first couple hours, as we sit basically on this couch and chat, but as soon as she started to getting into like the real stuff where there was some
Yeah.
emotion, where we were getting into the layers, that cat jumped up at the exact moment and sat on the couch right behind her and just stayed for the entire time that we were talking. So that was really cool.
Yeah, my cats like to come in when I do Reiki on people. So
Yeah.
it's very fun. So I love that. It's a great segue.
That is a great segue. So yes, animals already do so much work for us.
They do.
Our little familiars. Yeah, this is great.
It is. I love it.
This is fantastic.
It's good for my nervous system.
Yeah. So we're sharing them with you.
Yeah.
Kitty purrs and dog relaxing dog breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you do daily to kind of keep your energy clear?
Me, like, well, I mean, the breath is huge for me. Being a practitioner, that is my go-to, and the one that I would probably teach if someone asked me this, like out in the world, I would say like the releasing breath. So a good breath in, 5 to 7 counts, 10 counts. If you are good at using your breath or you've been practiced at using your breath, you can breathe in for as long as you want, and then holding for as long as you can, and then sighing out really loud. And I kind of call this like the what the fuck breath. Like it's the one that if you've been in the grocery store or you like your kids have had a crappy day of school and you've had to talk to a teacher or a parent, and you're activated. And you can do it in like the bathroom at work or, just to be like,
That is kind of like, what?
yeah. So, yeah, it feels so good, but I do use that one. And I use that if I'm in between clients and like communication. So if I'm communicating or I'm like doing my work on my laptop and I'm just getting stiff and tired, my brain's starting to get foggy, I would stand up and do that a few times and maybe like shake my arms and like kick out my feet, like bounce a little bit on my heels and just breathe in that way and then reset myself. Because stagnant energy to me is, I mean, it can be just as dangerous as, quote unquote, dark energy. Not that I really believe in like good or bad energy per se. It's more just the heaviness of carrying something that's not yours. So that helps with that. And then, I like to do my hair a certain way. So I do feel like hair is very energetic. If I'm going somewhere that I don't feel completely safe or open, I will generally put my hair up. And then if I want to be like more receptive, I may have it down, and I always like smoke cleanse or clear it when I'm done working with someone. Every single person, even if it's on Zoom, I still take the time and like go through and like use some smoke medicine, palo or sweetgrass I have at home, and sage I love, or even mugwort. Wormwood is really good, and lavender, like chamomile. It doesn't even matter what you use. It's whatever feels good in your heart. And I do that before I work with anybody as well, just to clear my own emotions and dreams and weaving that I've done before I work with another person. Yeah,
Love that.
those are my two, really big ones. Yeah.
That weave into every day.
Every day. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
yeah, moving the stagnant energy in the body. If I really need to shake stuff up, I like breath of joy, which is
I love that.
arms up, and then you exhale and like throw. You're throwing down on the exhalation, and this 3-part intonation, and it really clears the old energy and magnetizes your auric field. It like all of the movement of the arms out in the auric field really helps to clear the old stuff out. And then at the end, there's this, okay, I like that visualization of the auric field having a clear boundary. Because, like many people, right? If I have my energy too open, then I can pick up other people's stuff, and I want to be able to send love, but not process other people's stuff that comes into my field. So that auric field protection is good. And yeah, I use a lot of smoke medicine here. Sage for clearing, palo for attracting. Yeah, and then cedar too for that protection. Yeah, so I kind of have those are the main 3 that I have like pretty much daily in the home. Yeah, I'll be by the even like I have a gas stove for cooking, and I burn stuff there all the time. You know.
So nice.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to cleanse your house,
Yeah.
it's nice after you've had company, or even for me, even a intense phone call. Like, even if someone, your sister or friend calls and they've had a really bad day, or they're trying to share with you something because they need you, and then you get off the phone and you're rattled, it's like, then I will like put on a little smoke medicine somewhere and kind of like use my body or go around my room just to sort of move that out of the way. I think it's interesting too when you talk about like going out and like sort of having that clear auric field. As practitioners, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because you need your openness to understand and raise your welcoming in a friend, an energy friend.
The front door to the house just flew wide open.
It is
Wow.
It is the day before the new moon and a few days before the solstice, which is very much a portal. I have like full body goosebumps.
I love how it's like you understood that I'm cat trapped and I'm not moving to
Like, whoa,
close the door.
Interesting.
That was
I
fascinating.
love it. Welcome in, ancestors.
Welcome. As long as you are in the highest and best alignment,
That's right.
it's good for all. You are welcome to stay.
As I was saying, you need that receptive, open, your psychic feelers are wide. Yeah. As you're working with people's bodies and emotions, you're listening with your inner senses. And you have to understand how to like whoop after.
Yeah. Just it up.
Yeah. So this is what's so amazing about the work that we've put out, and to talk about some of the things that we do as practitioners, and the offerings that we give. The energetic, like reclaiming and protection information and course that we have up on our website, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's what we want. Well, there'll be a link to direct you to that. And we made a energetic protection, clearing, and harnessing bundle, and it's got like a fairly long movement practice that has many different tools in it that are like the best. Like, right? Yeah. There's like the breath of fire, which also ends in an auric field protection. There's aura cleansing and protection meditation. There's breath of joy. There is a energy reset sequence that helps to make sure that your energy is flowing forwards when you're tired. It's just great to know, even if you're doing a long drive and you start to get into that trancey, like backwards moving energy where you go into that almost falling asleep driving. So it's very practical. There's a lot of really practical uses for this stuff. And then there's beautiful breath meditations, Reset breath work. Yeah, it's recorded in that.
It's softer, gentle, like it's not very long. I feel like it's maybe within 10 or 15 minutes, so it's easy to fit into every day, just to kind of come back to your body and this will be so great with like holidays or anything like that, just to come back to yourself.
And then there's a couple of meditations that are really powerful for tapping into your personal sovereignty. One is called the Tree of Life meditation, which is like so dear to my heart, where you are in alignment between earth and sky with your spine, and you ground down with the roots, reach up through the branches, and create this like beautiful protection because you're claiming your knowing between yourself, the earth, and the sky. And that is the main thing about gathering your energy back in, because if we're looking to the outside world and seeking validation for our worth or our meaning or our goodness or our sense of safety out in the world, we ain't gonna find it, right? We have to be able to tap into that vertical axis while then having the practices to protect us in the peripheral axis. So I see that that's the cross of life, you know. And then when we were doing like energy work, there's always that protecting in, right? That's why we call the directions in the elements, because there's this sense of we're clearing away the noise from the world for a while so that we can tap into that central line. So the practices that are in this little course are really about that energetic alignment. So there's journal prompts.
Really beautiful journal prompts. There's the divine detachment, which I would recommend as an everyday practice. And I love the idea of that, detaching from everybody else's energy, feelings, etc., and calling back into yourself. Because I feel like we feel like if we are worried about or care about somebody else, that we're doing something actually.
The energy is moving. Talking about this.
I feel like that we're doing something good, like we're being, if something is happening in your life, and then I'm thinking about you because I'm worried about you, and I'm in your energy. It's like actually doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve you either. Yeah. Sending love to you and being in my own body is much better, because then I can actually be of strength to you should you need me. So. And and I love that. Yeah, I love that.
We're contributing to the field all the time.
That's right.
So worry is the word act of love.
No. So connecting to source, connecting to your guides, connecting to your love, and being sovereign in your body, being one, and reminding yourself of that every day is like, that to me is gold. Yeah.
That's the gold. And we all have stuff that comes up that needs to be moved through, and it's not about spiritually bypassing feeling the feelings of the world, right? So when there's sadness, when there's anger, when there's frustration, when there's the stuff, when we make space to feel it and move it through the body instead of trying to stuff it all back down, right? So these practices are really about honoring, clearing, reclaiming, which I think one of the most powerful practices, which is more of a teaching, and then it's a guided practice, like a little mini course on it, and then the PDF that like you can refer to over and over and over again once you've listened to the kind of education on it, which is the energy reclamation ritual. It was very powerful because it's a way of doing shadow work and reclaiming sovereignty, and it's something you'll use for the rest of your life.
Well, relationships, okay, like just relationships alone and how we carry those with us. And, you have a breakup, or you like have a, divorce, or end of a friendship, or stuff that happens with like you're even watching your kids, right? And then you're in this story time in your head, like, why did they say that to me? Why did they do that to me? Or, something triggers a plethora of memories and you're reliving those stories. It's just having things, I feel like for me, having practices to come back to myself, notice my patterns, see where my energy is being leaky, and go like, oh, I actually have tools. Like, I don't have to be in this. I can love that part of me. I can love, the Leanne that had the crappy relationship, or I can love the Leanne that said the thing that hurt somebody. I can love that, but I don't have to be in like the energy and memory of it. And also to know that other people aren't actually thinking about us either. Like, we think, if someone says something or does something to us and, we are impacted by it, most of the time they either don't even know, or they really don't have the energy to be concerned with how we feel. And they may not even know that we feel a certain way about it. So detaching from all of that, that is, you can do all the body movement. You can smoke your house out. But if you are not aware of where your energy is actually moving and going to, then, you know, you will continue to pattern through. So yeah, I feel these are, as magical people in a magical world, understanding and owning your own energy, top, it's top of the list. Yeah.
So in this course, you're not going to find the smudging. No, this is the deeper work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the solar sovereignty prayer too, which I really love. Just ways for us to tap in and connect with our why and to claim our direct access to source.
Yeah, I love that.
And there's just nothing more powerful than that.
Agreed. It really is agreed. So maybe next time when we get together, we can talk about some of like the other practices. We can, you know, we should talk about calling in the directions and what we like to use, and then we thought it would be really fun to talk about some of the more considered taboo energy practices and protection rituals. So I think that'll be a good one for next time. Stay tuned. Okay.